Hi folks, this is Beginning Algebra Quiz 6. We're asked to solve for x. Write your answer using interval notation. So we have a couple of compound inequalities here. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one. We're asked to solve 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 5 and 1 minus 2x is less than 7. So what we'll do is solve each of these independently and then we'll intersect their solution sets. So we'll start off with 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 5. I can solve this by subtracting 1 from both sides. I get 2x is less than or equal to 4. I can divide both sides by 2. And since I'm dividing by a positive number, I don't need to flip the inequality. And I get x less than or equal to 2. Solve the second inequality. 1 minus 2x is less than 7. Subtract 1 from both sides. I get negative 2x is less than positive 6. And now I'm going to have to divide by the negative 2. Now when you divide an inequality by a negative, we have to reverse the inequality sign. So I'm going to get x is greater than negative 3. So x has to be less than or equal to 2 and x is greater than negative 3. So let's go off to the number line and graph these two sets of numbers. Here's negative 3 and here's 2. I need x less than or equal to 2, so I'm going to have a closed dot there, and I need everything to the left. X greater than negative 3, I have an open circle above the 3. I want everything to the right. Now, since the operative word here is and, I need the numbers that are in both sets. So as I go through here, I look and see where I have the overlap of both of them. And so I have everything bigger than 3, less than or equal to 2. And so my final answer, written in the interval notation, is parentheses negative 3, comma 2 with a bracket. And that'll do it for 1A. Okay, in part B we have a compound inequality. Here we have or as the operative conjunction. So I'm going to solve each of these individually, and then I'm going to union these solution sets. So let's start off with the 4 minus x divided by 2 is greater than 3. We can get rid of that pesky fraction by multiplying both sides of the inequality by 2. Since I'm multiplying by a positive number, there's no need to reverse the inequality. On the left-hand side, I can think of the 2 as 2 over 1. Cancel that out. I have 4 minus x is greater than 6. Subtract the 4 from both sides. I have the opposite of x is greater than 2. When I divide both sides by the negative 1, I have to flip that inequality, so I get x is less than negative 2. To solve the other inequality, 4 minus x divided by 2 is less than negative 3, I can do the same maneuvers. Multiply both sides by 2. So I get 4 minus x is less than negative 6. Subtract the 4. And divide by the negative 1. And in so doing, make sure I reverse the inequality. Now, the connector here, the conjunction here is or. And so or means union. So I'm going to lump these two sets of numbers together. So I go off to my number line. Here's negative 2. Here's 10. I want x's that are less than negative 2. So I have an open circle. And I have numbers to the left. Or x is greater than 10, open circle, everything to the right. And so my final answer is negative infinity to negative 2, union 10 to infinity. And so that'll do it for part B.